All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
With the brothers from the Phoenix camp, that being said, we'll give our honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Double honor to the elders of Great Millstone, and peace and salutation to the brothers that are doing this work, and truth and sincerity, man. We're gonna get into these current events, man, and filtering the times that we're living in through the scriptures, man. You know, because it's a heavy time right now. It's a heavy time of prophecies being fulfilled, man, and they're being fulfilled at a very rapid pace. And that's the Lord shortening the days for the elect's sake, man. You know, so we are in that time, man. It's which is to what we deem the time, for they are evil, man. And as they certainly are evil, man. You can really feel the presence of evil in the times that we're living in, man. Go ahead, give that scripture, brother.
This is 2 Ezra 9:1. He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. And that's basically what the brothers, you know, this is basically everything that's going on in the spirit right now, man. You know, you got these riots, you got these killings of so-called Negroes, man, which are the tribe of Judah. You know, you got Trump trying to limit the internet with his executive orders. So you got a lot of these things going on throughout the world. And what we do as the watchmen of Israel, man, the prophets, you know, Lord willing, we are the elect. We're going to filter through the scriptures, man. We're redeeming the times, man. We're checking out events that are going on throughout the world that link with end-time prophecies, man, which you know, it's a lot of info going on right now, man, you know. Then shall thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spoke of these things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. So everything's being manifested, man. Everything that the Lord promised was going to happen in the end times is being shown throughout the world, man. You know, you got Esau as a roaring lion seeking whom he may devour, man. You know, he's passing all these laws. You know, you got the apostles talking about, you know, basically get used to seeing militarized police in your neighborhoods, man. You get used to seeing the military in your neighborhoods, man. Because we're approaching the times of Jacob's trouble, man. You know, these are the times that we're in, man. So it's a very important time to be watchful. And, you know, like the scripture said, measure the time diligently in itself, you know.
If you could, brother, if I could bring this out, it says, right, that the Most High, when these things start to happen, is because the Most High is starting to visit. He's visiting the world in which He created. So I got this in the First Thessalonians 5. It says, "But of the times and seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night." Okay. So as you see, you know, the different signs, we know a lot of chariots have been appearing. Yep. You know what I mean? After the killing of this Jake, you know, in Minnesota, they started to riot. You see, and you know, we're gonna get into that, Lord willing. You know, our parts of the people. These are the times and the seasons. You know, and if you've been measuring the times, you know, you're gonna see. Or you should know that the Heavenly Father, He's coming, man. He's coming. You see, it's gradually, little by little. You know what I'm saying? Day by day, as this world gets more wickeder, the Heavenly Father has to come because the sins reach up to the heaven. Okay, it says, "For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them." And that's the thing, because the Edomites, Esau, he was always going to tell you peace and safety. But look, supposedly there was a pandemic, right? COVID-19, where they shut the whole world down. You see, you know, and now you got riots. You know, Jake getting killed. That's always going on. You know what I mean? Jake's been getting killed for their disobedience, but. You know, they're always going to say peace and safety. So you can't get caught up in just thinking it's all peace and safety, because then all of a sudden, sudden destruction is going to come. It says, sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with a child, and they shall not escape. So, you know, those inhabitants on the earth, you know, you're not going to escape the judgment, because the Heavenly Father is coming to judge between the righteous and the unrighteous.
And part of that too, you know, because you said peace and safety, because what they say, we're reopening the stores, you know, we're reopening the economy, you know, so they're letting you think that, we're over this little thing that we went through, you know, this little, so like the brother said, pandemic, You know what I'm saying? Because they planned this. You know, Esau plans everything basically. You know, but you know that scripture being fulfilled right now because what they say. The people now think, oh, well, you know, it was just a little piece of time
on the road.
Yeah, a little bump in the road. You know, now we get back to our regular life, or so-called regular life. But you see, the scripture just said, man, sudden destruction shall come when you think that, man. You know.
God, they think they're gonna be in a good case when they, you know, because they got this extra income, these stimulus checks, man. But that puts your mind at ease and comfort. But we all know that's the smooth words of Esau. We all know that's his buttery speech that he uses before he makes a trap on you, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, he's more just fooling with butter, man. So that's what it's called, buttery speech, bro. And that's what he do, man. And you don't know that he got a knife waiting for you to stick behind your back, man, when you're doing good, man. And all these things that we see going on, the rising of the people, the riots over there in Minneapolis, where they're bringing down targets and whatnot. Hey, that's all the scriptures, man, and that's all Esau's plan to bring about this new world order. You know, and that's because at the end, that's all the Lord's plan. So we know that the Lord controls everything. Go ahead, brother.
I got this real quick. I'm just going to read it. I'm just going to read it. It says, 2 Ezra 16:21. Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case, and even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion.
That's beautiful, man, because victuals so cheap, and even then, what's that last part, bro?
It says, they shall think themselves to be in good case, and even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion.
So why they think that they're in a good case because they got an extra $1,000 or whatever? At the same time that's happening, that famine's going up, man. The food shortages are coming, man. You know, and everything else that goes with it, because with everything that's happening, it creates a domino effect. And when you start running out of food, people get desperate, man. And when people get desperate, they start fucking killing each other.
Hey, because if you go to the meat market right now, bro, you know, all these, the meat products, you know, my woman was telling me that they skyrocketed, you know, everything that was what, like $5 a pound, now it's $8 a pound.
No.
You know, I mean, skirt steak, you know, it was what, $8 a pound, now it's going up to like $13 a pound, you know what I'm saying? So that goes to show that, hey, that inflation, man, you know, what brothers were talking about with that, this stimulus money was going to create. You know, now we're seeing the effects of it, man. We're seeing the effects that this coronavirus is having on the economy, man. Now everything that you have, that you once bought for like less money, now it's costing you more money, and you're not working that same hours that you were working before this thing happened, man. You know, so it's gonna get worse and worse, man. It's, like the brother says, it's a trickle effect. It's a domino effect, man. You know, you can't have this piece missing or this piece falling and not expect something else to go with it, man. You know what I'm saying?
What do they say, man? They say for every action there's a reaction.
That's it. Cause and effect.
Yeah, cause and effect, and that's exactly what's going on right now. I'm gonna get this one real quick. Ephesians 5:16. There's no scripture, man. A redeeming the time, for the days are evil, man. And let's get that word redeeming real quick, man. It says to redeem, to buy payment of a price, to recover, to buy up, to buy for oneself, to make wise and sacred use of every opportunity for doing good, man. And so redeeming the time for so make use of this opportunity, man, because the days are evil. And the opportunity is what? That we're still allowed to pursue this work, man. We're still allowed to seek the Lord 10 times greater than before, man. We're still allowed to be amongst the brotherhood, man. We're still allowed to have that grace on the Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man, because you can best believe that grace, that those gates of mercy are going to be closing pretty soon. Once the leper is sealed, and the word's already been preached. You know, the word's already been preached all the four corners of the earth, just like the scripture says. And, you know, then the God should be preaching to the whole world, well, paraphrasing, and then what? The end shall come, man. And we are exactly in that time. That's why the scripture says, redeeming the time, because the days of evil. I'm going to read that definition again. It says, to make wise and sacred use of every opportunity for doing good. That's the spirit that we should be in. With that zeal and well-doing, or is it with the purchase money by which we make the time of our own, man? You know, and that's the time that we're living in, man. I went into that word just previously, another video I made, man. The Spirit brought it up again. Hey, but that's cool, man. Hey, that's what it is, man. That's the time we're living in. Go ahead.
This is Isaiah 55:11. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it. You know, that's basically what's going on with this word, man. This word has done that which the Lord wanted it to accomplish, man, which was to wake up the elect, you know, to bring them back into the fold, man, and to bring them back into the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of who they really are. So now we're seeing the effect of it, man, because once the elect are sealed, the Lord, in Revelation, the Lord said, "Hurt not the earth or the sea until my servants are sealed in their forehead," man. So now that the word has gone out forth, we're gonna see those winds that are being pulled back by the angels being unleashed, man. And these are all the beginning stages of it, man. You know, famine, you know, hyperinflation, you know what I mean? You know, what else, brothers? Upwards of the people, you know, death, you know, earthquakes, all these effects are part of this word doing with that which it accomplished, man. Like the script, I'm gonna run it back. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing where I sent it, man. So we're seeing the effects of it, man. You know, this word has it has weight to it, man. You know, it's not something that's just gonna be talked about and nothing's happening, man. Now you had the prophets out there for a long time, you know, starting off with the apostles and elders teaching this word, man. And now you're seeing the manifestation of everything that they talked about, man. You know, by these prophecies that are being fulfilled day by day, man. You know, hey, every day there's a new prophecy being fulfilled, man. In some way, form, or shape, you know.
You know what? That's spiritual. You said that because as the prophecies are being fulfilled and you see them with your eyes, you know, seeing everything through spiritual eyes, you know, you see those prophecies being fulfilled, and they kind of like, you know, in your eyes in that day, this prophecy is being fulfilled. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, it's alarming in a way, but at the same time, you kind of get comfortable because you're like, you know what? At least you knew about it, because a lot of people, they don't know, and so it's catching them off guard. So the people are running wild, and that's what you see. You know, especially when the news were showing the riots. If brothers want to get that up, Boris, you can probably bring that out. The riots in Minneapolis, man. When the camera was showing the people in the street, you could spiritually see the confusion, man. And we just read that there's going to be confusion upon the earth, man. So yeah, we gotta flee. Okay, we gotta haste to flee from these times, man. You know what I mean? Staying in the Word. And making best use of this ministry, because the days are evil, man. Making our call and election sure. But I want to get this. This is Matthew 24 and 21. It says, "For then shall be great tribulation, such as will not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be." You see, and that great tribulation is here. You know what I mean? For this devil to have shut down the whole world with the COVID-19, hey, that has never been seen upon the earth, man. You see, you know, these are the times, these are the signs that Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai foretold for us to get ourselves together, man, to get ourselves, you know, right. You see, because the Heavenly Father said that before He came, He would pour His Spirit upon all flesh, and they shall prophesy. So that's what we're doing. We're telling before, okay, to those who can receive it, you know, peradventure that we be part of that elect, man, because the Heavenly Father is coming swiftly, man. You know what I mean? And it's day by day, prophecies are being fulfilled. It says, and except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. Because the days are going by fast, if I may say. You know what I mean? Before you turn around, you look, it's Wednesday. Then you know you got to go to camp. Then after that, you got to go back into the matrix on Monday and all over again. It's like to be honest with you, man. We're right now at this point. The hopeful elect we're just waiting for Yahweh Shai, really. You know, what is there to do? Everything's shut down. You know, the mirth of the streets. The scripture said that the prophecy would be that the Lord would shut the streets down. The shops would be closed, the stores would be closed, the music would go down. There's no entertainment nowhere. You know, it says, "For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world." Oh, Salaki, it says. 22 verse, "And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake those days shall be shortened." So that's why the days are just flying by. Look, we're already in what? We're almost in the half of the year of 2020. In June it'll be what? 6 months into 2020, man. It's going by real quick.
That's right, bro. And not just that too, you know, but the prophecies they're speeding up. Everything's speeding up.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like you know, 4 years ago when it was a prophecy every month or so, to put it in that perspective. Now it's like on a daily thing, you see all kinds of shit popping up, man.
Yeah.
Which excites us, because hey, what did Apostle Tahar coin this year? The year of prophecy, man. And it started off with a bang, with that thing over there in Iran. Then it went down to this COVID, and then it went to lockdown. Now you have these riots.
Of course, the people.
You have upwards of people. You got earthquakes. You got all kinds of things popping up, man.
And pretty soon we're gonna have the famine of bread.
That's it.
And then they're
Famine
gonna
of the word.
And famine of the word's coming, man. The Trump with the legislation on the internet, man.
Hey, we're like the brother in LA said last week. We're in the best seat of the Lord's movie, man. We're catching everything, man. But I got this real quick. This is Luke 10:23, and he turned unto his disciples, and said privately, these are Yahushai's words, man. So these are the words of Yahushai, man. Blessed are the eyes which see. Blessed are the eyes which see the things that ye see.
That's spiritual. Get that.
You're gonna get that.
Wow.
For I tell you that many prophets and kings have desired to see those things which ye see, and have not seen them, and to hear those things which ye hear, and have not heard them, man.